something a little bit different today. Today we are doing a little install at the Kingston School of Ballet, and we are creating some backdrops for one of the fundraisers for the upcoming Nutcracker this December. So I'm going to show you how this is done. Hopefully I ordered enough flowers to get all of this done. If not, we're going to make a trip or two back to the studio, but I think this will be enough. So we're working with Larkspur, Delphinium, Peonies, Mums, Carnations, stock, and floral today. And spray painted blue baby's breath, which I'm going to add at the last minute, so it's a little accent. So wish me luck. I hate doing these things, but I thought it'd be interesting and everyone could see how they're built. So here we go. So first we're going to start with Larkspur, because these little ballerinas are going to be posed around these arches. I have to get better at doing these types of things while talking and while I'm explaining what's going on. So I'm trying my best here. Today we're working with some chicken wire, and we stuffed all the chicken wire with the wet Oasis foam. Yes, you can do this foam free if you choose to, but on this particular day, I thought it would be best to work with the foam. All right, what do you guys think? Just as a starting point. This is so cute. We're going to sweet. Next up is the blue Delphinium. I still have tons more pink Larkspur, but I just want to get everything kind of placed and then fill in around it. It's just a little bit easier that way. So here we go. Now I'm just adding little touches of shorter pieces of delphinium going up the top here. And we want to, the goal here for this design is to make it fuller at the bottom and kind of taper up, because you're going to have super duper, very tall ballerinas. So, you know, we don't want to take away from their arms and everything. We just kind of want to frame it out. So we're using bigger at the bottom, tapering to thinner at the top. Now I'm doing the same thing with the Larkspur. I'm just going to cut shorter pieces for the top here so it can kind of taper, just like the delphinium did. And then we got to fill in with all the good stuff. If any of you are watching this to actually learn how to design one of these, one important thing that I can't recommend enough is notice the curve and the way your flowers are turning. A lot of beginners don't think about that in floral design. They'll just take something like this and stick it here or stick it there. But you know, you can see it has like a natural arch to it here, so I'm just kind of going with that rather than fighting it. So if you ever find yourself making one of these, that's my tip for the day. Okay, next up is one of my favorites. I wish you guys could smell this. This is double stalk flower in apricot. Smell. Violet can smell it, you guys can't smell it.
We had like smell-o-vision or something, it'd be awesome.
Oh my God, right? Can you imagine? Gosh, why can't we do that? Why? I mean, I feel like we're probably this close to social media. Like, it smells so good. How are person people selling their products? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of a linear flower. It's similar to the Larkspur and the delphinium. We're just gonna, you know, be getting more of our lines here. So that is the plan, and we'll see how it goes. Now I'm kind of going out of order. I might have wanted to put the peonies in before I put the stock in, but I don't know. Every time I do these, I just kind of do it because I know what makes sense and how to put it together. So peonies are going next because I just can't leave them in the bucket any longer and they just smell amazing. So these are the next up, and off we go. People are always scared of hot pink carnations, but I think for installs like this for children's ballet things, ballet recitals, photo shoots, whatever, I just think that they are so needed. They just really, really, really are. I know my brides would totally disagree with me and say, no, you can only use ranunculus, but I mean, come on, look at these, they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. So yes, there were a lot of bright, bright, bright colors in the recital costumes this year, so you have to use some carnations. You just have to use something bright like this. No other way around it. So when you guys are working with spray roses, again, this is for those of you who might be wondering how to assemble one of these. You want to kind of do the same thing that you did with some of the other flowers. The bunchier flowers you want to keep at the base of everything, and then the wispier little branches, let's see if I can find one. Some of these are better suited to the top, so the ones that are a little more delicate and spaced out like this would be great, but if you have a stem that's like really bunchy like that, that would be a great option to just face forward like that in one of these designs, or put them at your base to fill them out and make it a little bit thicker at the bottom. So that's my tip. Okay, next up are the button mums. What I need to say about these button mums, these might be my favorite flower of the day right now because they kind of can count as a linear flower like this. As you can see, they're super tall and lanky, and the laterals are really lanky. So they're great for adding to the bottoms of these pieces to kind of give them a little more fullness. But if you're ever designing with these at the taller part of your arch, you want to make sure that you're inserting them this way rather than this way or this way. You really want your audience to see the flower's faces in this case. This is a flower with a face rather than a linear one. So yeah, I kind of am really, really loving these right now. These were just the right thing to add on to this. Okay, so this is where we're at after about an hour at this point, with a lot of breaks and photo shoots in between all of this. So yeah, it's taken about an hour to get this amount of flowers on. I've been designing for a really long time, but I'm also kind of ad-libbing this. This was sort of what I thought was pretty and I just wanted to put together. For a wedding, this might go a little bit quicker just because we've pre-planned so far in advance, and I've done everything down to the letter, but when I'm allowed to just do my own thing kind of willy-nilly, it sometimes takes a little bit longer, but the end result is going to be so pretty. So yeah, that's where we're at, guys. We're at about the 1 hour mark right now, and we'll just keep on time-lapsing, and I guess, what else are we doing? We just
Taking photos.
talking about how to create these types of things.
Alrighty.
Okay, and the next flower, actually I think this might be, it's the second to last flower, third to last flower. Okay, we're getting there. We're using peach carnations, and my main strategy with these, I have tons of them, is just to kind of hide a lot of the chicken wire and the flower foam and everything on here. And then once we get closer to the end, we're going to fill in with the extra flowers that we have. But so far it's looking good. We've done a pretty good job with coverage. You're not really going to see the back of these because we're going to have the photographer's backdrop is going to be covering the back and mirror, so you're not going to see it at all. So I think it'll be fine, and then we'll cover it up with like moss on the bottom or whatever else we decide to use as our mechanic to hide that. So here we go. Okay guys, next up is the dried baby spread that has been sprayed a really pretty light blue color. We're just going to add this throughout. And then to kind of finish everything, we're also going to add my favorite greenery that goes with everything that's available year-round and is still one of the last affordable things out there, Floral, which is technically an herb, I think. I forget what its qualities are or whatever, but it's some type of medicinal herb, but I absolutely love working with this. And it's hopefully going to pick up the lime green, kind of fluorescent green color in some of the costumes, so let's hope so. And yeah, I'm going to have Violet kind of help me kind of fill in whatever is remaining, where you can still see the chicken wire behind it. And yeah, oh, and one last thing. We are, instead of adding like tons of eucalyptus and Smilex vine and the pricey Italian ruscus that normally we'd be using in these types of installs, I decided we were going to try to do something a little more sustainable and repurpose all of the peony leaves, the rose leaves, and whatever is left remaining that normally just gets thrown away after a lot of events. So we're just going to see how that goes. And I also have some moss to